Hi, we're back for LP3, and this one is about typical versus atypical development. It's important that as teachers we don't just say, I think there's a problem, or this child is different from all the other children, so you should get them checked out, without actually knowing what typical professional developmental norms are. Don't just use your gut feeling, use research. That's what separates babysitters from educators. And we don't want to be babysitters. We don't like it when that's how we're referred to. So we need to be professional and show them that we know how to do research. So you're going to use developmental norms. You're going to know what a typical child should do in all the developmental domains at all the different ages and stages, even though there is certainly a broad range of times for skills to develop based on each individual child. Those are called developmental red flags, when we notice that something's different based on our experience, and then we follow through and we check it out using observations, using screening tools, perhaps making referrals to the appropriate places, which we'll get to later. You're also going to learn about which differing abilities, special needs, or caregiving needs might be environmental or might be hereditary. Which ones can we prevent? Which ones do we have no control over? And then you're going to do a research project later in the semester, but this is a good time to look through the scoring guide in Learning Plan 3 to see what's going to be part of this major assignment for this course. As a teacher, you're going to get kids in your classroom who have disabilities you may never have heard of. You don't get to just pick, I want to work with those kids who have Down syndrome. Same with this report. So you are going to ask at church, ask in your neighborhood, ask somebody that you know who knows somebody. Find a child between birth and the age of 18, please. Not a relative. This should be a new learning experience for you. And you're going to interview that child's parents. You're going to spend some time observing that child, interacting with that child. And you're going to write a research report answering the questions, doing real research, using the scoring guide that's provided for you. You only have to write one, so in the syllabus you will see that the last weeks of the syllabus each have reports based on what we're covering: physical disabilities, behavioral emotional disorders, cognitive disabilities, sensory issues, etc. You will have one of those. The discussion board is also going to help you talk about the Americans with Disabilities Act and what you learned in Learning Plan 2, because you're going to teach some caregivers, some family members, some friends of yours what you're learning to reinforce what you have talked about in this class. You never know how much you know until you have to try to teach it to someone else. And there's a quiz. So make sure that you've been following along in the textbook. It's an open book quiz, but it'll be much easier for you to use your textbook to answer the questions if you've already read the textbook. That's the plan. Thanks.